Hello everyone, welcome to the live 3-day challenge, how to acquire 5 to 10 new customers in a month. Essentially, this is mostly focused on high value B2B businesses and high value B2C businesses, with minimum ticket size of at least 50,000 rupees to kind of, get the true worth of it and make it extremely efficient, right? So let me kind of, dive deep into this and, go through the entire process step by step so you'll get the entire information. Let's start the record button here. Just give me a minute. Let me start sharing my screen. So essentially, we'll be covering how to acquire 5 to 10 clients in a month without very complicated strategies, doubts, or confusion, right? Essentially, what has happened is B2B marketing and general marketing as such has become extremely complicated. So in today's day and age, how do you break through the barrier with so much noise in the marketplace and so many opportunities which are available for customers as well, right? How do you break through the clutter and stand out? That is going to be the focus of the presentation today. So don't forget, at the end of the challenge, I have a very special gift for you. We are in the process of launching something really big. This is one of a kind and has never been done before till date. And those who participate till the end of the challenge will get the special gift. And that is a completely free CRM to manage your entire B2B lead in that's there for business. So it's an extreme tragedy that I find out that despite CRM is being such a popular tool in the market, majority of the businesses still don't use a CRM in their business because they feel it's too complicated, because they feel it's too expensive, right? So to eliminate all excuses, I have created the software and it's going to be completely free of use for all the participants of the challenge, that they can use the entire CRM completely free, no cost whatsoever, to kind of help them set the entire business up in a way which makes sense to to grow their business. So stay tuned and the people who participate will be able to get that live. So you need to actively participate in order, to get this thing, because this is not going to be available to everyone. So you need to stick around and participate actively in this so that you can get the benefit of this, right? I know there are distractions all around us, but the strategy which I'm about to share can change your life. So please make a commitment to stay focused. Can you do that for yourself? Please close out all your Instagram, stop mindlessly scrolling over there. Check out your WhatsApp. Don't get caught in your WhatsApp messages. We tend to get distracted. We don't get focused, right? So it's extremely important to stay focused because this is something which can be extremely important to help you grow your business. So keep the distractions away. Imagine what your life would be like to learn a skill which could help you acquire 5 to 10 new clients every month without complex marketing tactics or expensive marketing agencies. Would that make things better for you? That's what we are here to cover today. This is typically a day in the life of a person, right? In the corporate world, you're stuck in a hamster wheel where it doesn't matter how much efforts you put, you are stuck at the same stage. And startup, on the other hand, feels like pushing a boulder up a mountain where the challenges keep on increasing and it becomes extremely difficult and complicated to kind of manage your life, right? Right now, especially since 2022, ever since ChatGPT has come up, right? AI is essentially like Thanos, which is going to eliminate half the startups and small businesses in the world. And unless people adapt to the new reality of the world, the new marketing practices of the world, it's going to be absolutely, inevitable that AI is going to eliminate half of jobs and half the businesses going forward. So it's extremely important to stay, up talented, keep yourself updated with all the new developments which are happening. Over 35,000 MSMEs have shut so far post-COVID, and this was only up until the early February 2024. And we all know how difficult it is to even get a close a company, right? The MCA guidelines make it extremely tough for a person to close a business. So this is after that 35,000 have shut down. There are so many passive companies, dead companies, which are not even recorded because of the MCA rules. So that is one more important thing to be careful about. Excuse me. So who is this session for? This session is primarily for B2B businesses, B2B tech and SaaS startups, high value B2C businesses, coaches, consultants, service businesses, and certified professionals like lawyers, accountants, etc. Because all of these people could help get some help in terms of setting their business, setting their lead generation up in a way that they can predictably acquire clients every month. So how to create AI-enabled customer acquisition system to grow your business. My goal for this challenge is to show you the most reliable way for you to acquire more customers in 2024 through a complete AI-based business and marketing automation system. So you're probably wondering why I'm qualified to teach on this topic, right? I used to be a senior marketing person in two international companies. I was a VP at our ventures. I used to handle regional sales for Paytm. I used to handle regional sales for Johnson and Johnson, and I used to head the startups division at World Trade Hub, which was a trade promotion wing of World Trade Center Pune. So a short description about myself on a personal level. I went solo backpacking across Europe when I was 23. During my exchange semester in France, I represented my college in multiple dance, football, volleyball, TTE competitions at Mumbai University level. Started one of the first online diagnostic businesses in India in 2017. Shut it down in 2020 due to COVID. Worked as a senior marketing leader in two crypto exchanges and head of startups at WTC Pune, helping businesses with international GDM. This is one of the first certificates I received in my first stint with Distillery with Mr. Ramesh Chauhan, who's the promoter of Distillery, and this was a very proud achievement for me in my very first job. So really happy about this. Uh, this was with my team in Johnson and Johnson, where our region won the best region award, and I was a part of that team where we got the award. Right. So have numerous such accolades throughout my career stint. This is again, some of my personal photos while I was backpacking across Europe, traveling across the world at a ripe young age of 23, completely by myself. So these are some of the testimonials which I have, right? I helped Bharti, I mentored Vikram, I've helped Manoj with his product and marketing. We used to work with the founder of our ventures as a VP over there to help startups, right? These are some of the testimonials which I've received from Bharti and Shankar. So the number one question is this you as a business owner, as a corporate working in environment, right? You feel like you have to juggle hundreds of tasks, and it becomes extremely difficult to manage all the difficult responsibilities that you have, right? Right from putting your daily entries, following up with the clients, managing the CRM, if you do have any, constantly prospecting with new leads. It seems like the struggles just don't get over, and you end up juggling so many tasks that becomes impossible to manage, right? I'm sure a lot of you people can relate to something like this. So are you struggling with these challenges, right? Where you get limited new leads and appointments every month, you get limited new clients every month, you're managing your customer support entirely by yourself, you're struggling to hire and retain good employees, you're following up with all clients by yourself, manually tracking all the tasks which are happening, constantly in a firefighting mode. All these challenges are holding you back, not just your business, but also on you on a personal level. Because what happens is you keep stucking in this, and you're not able to kind of break through these limitations and unleash your full potential, because you're constantly stuck with these kind of challenges. And that's why you need to break through these challenges through the system which I'm about to show you, to help you ensure that your business progresses, and by default you progress as well. Because until and unless you upgrade yourself, your business is never going to upgrade. That's why it's extremely vital to have this on board. Uh, and how much are all these challenges costing you, right? How much is your time and effort worth if you're doing everything manually? What it takes to become a successful businessman. Do you need to be ultra smart? Do you need to be working 12 to 14 hours a day? Or do you need to do both? A lot of people have these confusions, right? They think, with the evergreen growth of the hustle culture, that you need to be working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, or you need to be ultra smart like Einstein or something, to be able to generate the results for your business. But the truth is neither of these are true. They both help, obviously. The more you work, you're going to get more results. If you're smart, you're obviously going to get better results. But that is not the key deciding factor, which determines the success of your business. To kind of illustrate that point, we have this person who won 5 crore rupees, Mr. Sushil Kumar. He won the KBC prize of 5 CR rupees, and that was the worst phase of his life. He ended up going bankrupt, which means that even if you get money, through some lucky draw or by God's grace or whatever, if the money just comes into your life, you won't be able to handle it. And this could actually lead to much worse situation for you. because people think money is going to solve the problems, but money is just an accelerant of your current situation. And if you have existing problems, those problems will simply amplify because of money. That's why money is not the solution. It's just the means. You get money once the basic problems are solved. You need to understand the difference. So what do we learn from this, right? Now, one thing that we learn is you need to become a millionaire founder with a millionaire mindset to become a real life millionaire. And I'm talking US dollar millionaire, not INR millionaire. So to become a real life US dollar millionaire, you need to have the right mindset to be able to grow into that level. So I'll share you what are my personal goals, right? My original growth was to provide growth support to non-VC backed businesses at a value pricing, because I already work with VC funded companies to help them grow and increase their revenues and help them with fundraising. But what about the non-VC backed businesses, right? They don't have the same support. They don't have the same guidelines. They don't have the same mentorship because they don't have the money, right? So that is why the idea is to provide business growth support at value pricing, which makes sense for non-VC backed businesses to get the same level of support. On a personal level, I want to build one of the largest business consultancy firms in the world. That's my personal ambition. However, I didn't have the means to invest in a new business after my earlier business shut down during COVID. Right? So as I mentioned, my diagnostics business had come to a complete standstill. That's when I started working on my LinkedIn profile and started aggressively building relationships and reaching out to prospects. And this was my profile just about 6 months back. And just in over 6 months, I have increased my followers from 9,100 to over 10,500. That's how aggressive I have been, and the results have shown for this. So I decided to reach out to hundreds of founders and VCs every month, start building relationships with them. A lot of the time, it used to be extremely frustrating for me because it was a very time-consuming task and a very time-consuming challenge to do this day in and day out. But at the end of the day, the results have started showing, right? Within a few months, I got my first collaboration with R Ventures. This is one of the first leading early stage startup VC company in India. And I figured out the strategy is an absolute gold mine. And now I've been consistently using this ever since 2021 over the next few years, which has helped me achieve marketing leadership roles in many international companies. And after 2+ years, I discovered this the hard way that if you've been struggling, this is probably why. There's a lack of a right advisor to guide you, because due to the current social media era on YouTube, on Instagram, and all the other social media channels, there is so much abundance of uh, jargon which is being thrown at you, most of which is crap, which is giving you false information, sometimes contradicting and misleading information, which is diverting you from the right tasks that are required to grow your business and constantly distracting you. There's a lot of extra noise from unqualified people who's kind of holding you back. You get a lot of free but mostly confusing and oftentimes contradicting information on social media, and that is going to ruining the market. Because of that, the competitors are ruining the market. Because of this, a lot of clients have burned their hands with these snake oil salesmen, and because of that, the clients have become ultra price sensitive. And especially with Chat GPT coming on board, marketing and technology advancements have gone through the roof, and of course, tough economic conditions as well. With all these challenges in place, right, it's become extremely difficult to grow your business and acquire new clients. So the hard way of what we've been doing historically, to get businesses rely on referrals, word of mouth, because we think that's cheap. But think about it. Is it really cheap? Referrals is only limited to the circle that you have. You cannot grow your business beyond a certain level. So it is restricting yourself just to referrals a sound business strategy. Excuse me. If you're doing physical client meetings, they have a cost associated with it. That is traveling time. If you go to a Starbucks, the coffee price and all that stuff, right? All that is extremely expensive. Not to mention your travel time, especially if you're sitting in a metro city like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, where traveling itself could take up to an hour. So imagine the time which goes behind this. So there are lots of costs associated with the conventional ways that business is being done. Um, the fact that you're also dependent on others for lead generation for business makes it equally vulnerable as well. This easily costs you at least 2 to 3 lakh rupees a year, not to mention the opposite opportunity cost, which could have been invested in other better client acquisition sources, with minimal security of getting repeat business or long-term business security. That's the challenge with the conventional way of lead generation. So, anyone know who this is? This is Mr. Harsh Mariwala. He's the chairman of Marico. We met at a conference a few years back at Ascent, which is a group which he runs. It's a membership community of business owners which he runs. And he told us he taught me very important things during that meeting, right? The number one lesson which he taught me was that you need to be willing to invest in your business. If you're not willing to invest in your business, there is no way that your business can grow. In the early stages, when you're still at less than 1 CR revenue, you need to invest very heavily in lead generation as well as product development. These two are extremely important to grow your business in the initial stages, because if these two things are not in place, your business can never scale. These are the essence or the backbone on which your business is going to grow. So if you don't invest on this in your business, you're going to lose like crazy. You need to invest in the growth of your business, right? You need to invest in lead generation, you need to invest in marketing, you need to invest in sales, you need to invest in those heavily. You need to invest in the right marketing agencies to help you grow your business. You need to invest in hiring the best employees, because each and every top tier employee which you hire can be potentially worth lakhs and even crores of rupees for your business. So you need to be invest and willing to pay the top money to hire the best employees. You need to invest in hiring the best marketing for your business, getting the right marketing agency to help you strategize your campaign. And I'm not talking about the lower end marketing agencies in the market. I'm talking about the top tier marketing agencies, because they can help you with the insights and strategies which are required to help you grow your business. Or top tier marketing consultants like myself. Um, we work with startups to help them with the right GTM, get the lead generation in place, so they don't have to worry about how they can acquire clients. And getting this right is absolutely vital. Invest in good systems in your business. Okay? So essentially, if you don't have systems, your business can never grow beyond a certain point. If you try to do manually, you're essentially going to be outcompeted. Think about the Industrial Revolution, right? The Industrial Revolution, which started in the 16th century, completely eliminated the handicraft, the handloom sector in India, because with the onset of automations, things became extremely fast, extremely quick with those, and the handicraft industry could not compete. And that is exactly what's happening with the talent, with the kind of businesses which we have today, which are the knowledge businesses. If you don't systematize your knowledge business, your business is in for a very rough few years going forward. Try to invest at least 20% of your revenue in new product innovation, because investing that money in new product innovation will help you ensure that you provide top-notch product, top-notch quality, top-notch service to your customers, which will not only spread word of mouth, but also give you the satisfaction as well. And that will lead to a lot of synergistic effects going forward down the line in terms of growing your business. And you need to invest at least 20% of your revenue in sales and marketing, so that you can constantly acquire new leads and grow your business. Don't think transactional, think value creation. So essentially, what are the importance of systems in your business, right? Do you want to be like an agricultural farmer who's still doing manually and constantly facing, struggling to live on a hand-to-mouth existence and struggling to make money? Or do you want to have the latest agricultural tools with you to help you set up your business and grow your business? So these are general business systems which are applicable to most businesses, right? Lead generation systems, lead engagement, which is marketing automation systems. We have sales systems, service delivery systems, support systems, hiring and firing systems, and financial systems. You need all these systems in your business to ensure that you're growing year on year and your business is built on a sound foundation. So, what are the typical traits of successful entrepreneurs? They understand that success does not come quick, easy, or cheap. They are willing to put in the effort which is required. They are willing to put the hard work which is required in order to grow your business. Because without this, it's next to impossible to be able to grow your business. Right? So they are willing to put in the efforts they require. They understand it's not a get rich quick scheme. They are willing to go through the toil, to go through the hard work, and ensure that the business thrives and grows quickly. But for that, they are willing to put in the effort over there. They are willing to do whatever it takes to grow their business. They understand they need to start with value first before the customer takes them seriously to begin with. They are very quick on their feet in thinking, right? They understand things fast, very sound analytical decision making in place. And their decision making is not based on random biases, but sound logical processes. Considering the trade-offs, considering the investment involved, and taking at the complete holistic picture to make the decision to move forward. They constantly invest in upgrading themselves in terms of skills, in terms of the right resources, in terms of the right hiring, etc. To kind of grow themselves on success on a consistent level. You need to be willing to put in MET to upgrade yourself and succeed. So what is MET? Money, effort, and time. Without this, if you're expecting to grow, it's like walking on a treadmill, right? You'll keep on running with no results whatsoever. You need to put in MET in order to succeed. So the question is, do you have what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur? You need to ask this yourself. Because if you don't have the above traits, you might as well stop watching this video, because this video is only for this challenge is only focused on the ambitious entrepreneurs who are willing to grow, who are willing to learn, willing to be coached, and willing to take feedback in order to grow themselves. So I'm going to be showing you the AI-based growth strategy over the next 3 days. This is going to be covering all the major strategies which are there to help you grow your business, right? So this is going to cover the complete marketing funnel for your business. I hope you know what the concept of funnel is, right? That essentially you have like 100 to 1,000 leads coming at the top of the funnel, to kind of engage into your ecosystem. And at the end, maybe 5 to 10% of them convert into actual clients for your business. That's what a typical marketing funnel is. And that's how the entire journey is about. So the 4 secrets of client acquisition are: lead attraction system to attract your prospects, which will attract your prospects to get them excited to work with you; build a personal brand using content marketing; build a long-term brand authority on social media, which compounds over time; organic and paid ad system, automatically reach out to thousands of prospects across the world every month to create a predictable flow of leads every month; and the marketing automation system on the back end to automate your marketing system, to build long-term trust and automated follow-ups with your leads. So let's get into secret number one in detail, right? So the number one secret is, how do you create a lead attraction system? So now the question is, what is a lead attraction system, right? A lead attraction system is a system where the leads are magnetically attracted towards your business, where they kind of reach out to you with their voluntarily with their contact information to you, saying that they want to hear more about you and your service. That is what a lead attraction system is. So a lot of you might have a lot of beliefs in your mind, right? That you need to sell to my customer. The number one problem is people are trying to sell themselves too hard, trying to force themselves on their customers, try to get them to buy from themselves. But that is the number one mistake which you're making. Um, Imagine if you are asking a girl for a date, right? If you would you directly ask her hand in marriage? No, right? You would first go through the entire courtship phase. You would ask her out on a date, have a good date. End of the date is to book her a second date. You go on a second date with her, then go on a second date. Then you build that relationship. And once the relationship is built, then you ask her hand in marriage, right? That's how the typical process goes. But why do we, when we go for sales, we completely forget about the principles? In sales, the same thing applies. You need to build that relationship with the customer to the point that he's comfortable and willing to work with you, and they themselves ask, what's your price, and we can start working together. That is what is important, and that mindset shift is absolutely vital in order to grow your business. Next problem is the lead quality is poor, right? A lot of business owners complain that the lead quality is poor, that the quality of lead incoming is not very good. But have you actually looked at your system, your in-house system, the lead engagement system which is there, to ensure that all the leads which are coming in are getting converted properly? All of them are being followed up at the right time. All of them are being constantly not touched with automations. You have your people calling them on a regular basis, and not trying to force sell them, but more trying to build relationship with them. Are all those steps being followed before you're claiming that the lead quality is poor? That is something which you need to think about, because it's easy to blame the lead quality rather than think about that you don't have the entire marketing system, the entire marketing channel in place. Uh, and because of that, the lead is not converting. So having that introspection is absolutely vital. A lot of people feel customers want everything for free, right? And of course, in a competitive marketplace, that's going to happen, that customers will ask for a very value deal, a very bargain deal, to be able to start working with you. So that's why it's extremely important. But at the same time, you can offer a low price service at the starting point, where the customers just getting to know you, they're still getting to understand how you work. At this point, when they don't know you, so what can you offer them something at a low price, which starts an initial conversation. Once that is done, once that is fulfilled, you can then escalate it to the next level and then work with them to sell higher level services. If you use that approach, it's much better and far more effective to generate results for your business. A lot of professionals feel if they share their business secrets, customers won't buy from them. But in reality, that's not the case, because if you share your secrets and show your expertise, to your clients, they'll know that I can trust this person, and they would rather want to hand you over the hassle rather than do it themselves. So this goes a long way in terms of getting it right. A lot of people feel that they're incapable to generate leads. To be honest, if you are not willing to invest, you'll always struggle to generate leads, right? You need to be willing to invest into your marketing of your business to be able to grow your business. And if you don't do that, you're obviously going to be facing a lot of challenges. So what we used to have to do earlier, right, back in the day, we used to rely primarily on word of mouth and referrals. People would randomly spam on Facebook groups, about their services. They do this, they do that. Whether the person is interested or not, they are just spamming randomly on Facebook, hoping that something hits and something connects. So that's the very wrong way to approach it. Randomly spamming WhatsApp groups, sharing their WhatsApp chat communities and all that stuff. I'm sure, like me, a lot of people get irritated with that, right? That you're randomly spamming links in the groups instead of adding real value. And that is where that shows the nature of the entrepreneur in terms of how he's adding value. And most importantly, people are just praying and hoping that they get clients, right? And that's a very sad way to look at it. If your business strategy is relying on a prayer. So this is something which you should not do, right? A few months back, I had posted on LinkedIn that I was looking for a good influencer marketing agency, and I got hundreds of comments like this. Where people are literally putting their numbers, their WhatsApp numbers, their contact numbers, and asking me to reach out to them if for my influencer marketing requirements. And this is essentially the worst thing that you could do, because this is completely not just belittling yourself, but also without building any relationship with me. They are all they care about is spamming with their service to me. And obviously that's a very bad way to go on, right? That's why you should not be doing this. So let's get into a new way, a better way of generating business. And that's called the lead magnet system. In the lead magnet system, the number one thing which you need to do is identify the exact niche which you're going to be targeting, because that's going to be determining, what the who the exact prospect is, and try to be as precise as possible so that your entire ecosystem of clients, prospective clients which are there, should not be more than 10 to 20,000. So that, with that limit in mind, it becomes very laser focused so that you can follow up with them on a monthly basis and reach out with your offering which is there. That is what is required. Then you list down all the problems which they are facing in the business side. Every business owner, every entrepreneur today feels like a soldier to kind of brave through the challenges that we are facing in the business side. So obviously, they would be having a lot of problems in terms of managing the business. Identify their problems which are relevant to your business and the ones which you can fulfill and solve with your solution, right? And then you offer solutions to their problems. Because as a business, your job is not to sell your service. Your job is to sell a solution to the customer's problem. If you sell that, you should not have difficulty in acquiring customers. Offer them a tiny glimpse of the solution in exchange for the contact details. So whatever problems that they're having, pick a problem, give them a solution for this in exchange for their contact details and their acceptance to market them in a future basis. That is absolutely vital to kind of get the contact details. And since they have voluntarily given the contact information, even they would be much more hopeful that when you reach out to them, they have a far better chance of converting than a complete stranger. And give it to your customers for free. This is the opportunity to add value to the marketplace, and the more value you add to the marketplace, the more value you can make for yourself. As simple as that. So this is the first topic which we covered today, and we are going to be stopping at this point of time. Primarily, that since we want to focus on the entire lead magnet part, right? The next part, I hope that the first part was very clear to you in terms of how the entire strategy and approach is. The next part, which we're going to be covering now, is going to be focused on how to grow your brand on social media using AI and content marketing. So a lot of people would have the limiting beliefs in mind that they are embarrassed to become a public figure, but in today's day and age, it's absolutely vital because most of us are spending hours a day on social media, right? And in fact, more than watching television, social media has become the number one way of consuming content in today's day and age. So it's absolutely vital to ensure that people are seeing you. And with the presence of social media, it's become all the more easy where you can literally your earn the opportunity to present yourself in front of so many businesses, which was otherwise not possible earlier. When the media was monopolized by TV and newspapers, you would have to pay tens of thousands of and even lakhs of rupees to ensure that you get the visibility in front of the people. But with the onset of social media, you can do that with just a few thousand rupees. So that's why getting this in place is absolutely right. A lot of people feel social media is just for entertainment. But in reality, in today's day and age, hundreds of billions of dollars worth of business is done on social media every year. Facebook alone has almost $50 billion of revenue, right? Imagine $50 billion of revenue primarily from ads. That's the kind of money Facebook is making. If people would not make money from Facebook, do you think people would spend that kind of money on ads? So social media is not for entertainment, it is for business. You just need to figure out the right way of how to do business on social media. Many people feel social media is for children to waste time. A lot of children do spend their time on that, but that should not stop you in terms of what your outcomes are. Try to be don't be a consumer on social media, be a producer on social media. So people end up watching your content rather than you watching someone else's content. Think about social media that way, and then your perspective and your mindset will change completely. It'll take You might think it'll take a lot of time for me, which you don't have. But to be honest, it would barely take about 2 hours a week. And I'm sure that you can spare 2 hours a week to help you grow your business on a consistent basis. A lot of people might feel that they have an imposter syndrome, right? That they are not actually good enough to, offer their services, become public figure, right? But to be honest, in today's day and age, when we have 22, 23, 25-year-old kids who are becoming social media influencers and making tens of, crores of rupees, I don't see any reason why, professionals who work for decades in their career or who are offering real world services to businesses, why should they be insecure about themselves and becoming a brand super? So don't let this stop you or hamper you in terms of business growth. Try and get out of this your mindset and try to post your content over there to build your social media brand. And some might feel that social media leads a poor quality, but absolutely not. If you do it the right way and if you follow up with them right way and you have the right middle of the funnel in place, you'll realize that they have a very high chance of converting as well properly. So typically what we used to do back in the day before ChatGPT kind of came on is we would have to plan the entire content strategy, write the entire content by hand, create graphics, plan out posts and hashtags. And it was a very complicated affair. So, but now we've come up with a very new way in terms of building a social media brand, and that is through AI content marketing. So essentially, using the same analogy that we did earlier, right? Identify your niche, identify your TG which you want to focus on, make sure you strategize your content with your TG in mind, with your niche in mind, because only with that precision will they resonate with very well with your business. Then you start using Chat GPT to generate content for your business, right? You use optimal prompts to get the right responses that you want to not only generate the content plan, but also the actual content which you want to post on LinkedIn, right? Then you edit the content and post it on social media. And that's it. AI content marketing can change the game for your business if done properly and consistently. And doing it well is can grow your brand like crazy. Just just look at how I've grown my followers just in the last 6 months. I used to be roughly around 5,000 about 2 years back, and now I am over at 10,500. And most of these are senior entrepreneurs, founders, businesses, VCs who are my connections. I don't have many irrelevant followers or not relevant to my audience. Very precise, very targeted followers, right? So even with 10,000 followers, you can generate good business, and that's what I want to impress upon you. So who here thinks AI content marketing is awesome? I hope you understand the importance of AI marketing now, right? So let me show you one of the testimonials which I had. So this is going to be a very interesting testimonial for you to understand, what I did for them and how I helped them in his business, right? Just have a look at this. Mindset shift, mindset shift कर दिया मैं थोड़ा mindset shift कर दिया थोड़ा offering change कर दिया और उससे this is 10x.
Right. Absolutely. Will completely change the way that I am charging to the clients. I can even charge more, like I can get any amount of money, depends on my offerings and everything. So it's unlimited, depends on client's product selling and everything.
Exactly. And believe it or not, it's not even working that hard. इसमें आपको ज्यादा काम करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. जो आप existing काम कर रहे हो सेम काम इसमें रहेगा.
हाँ.
But with the same work, with the help of the new leverage, you'll be able to generate way more results, which you otherwise did not.
Right, right.
As you can see, right? Mindset shift. As you can see, small mindset shift can completely change your business. And even he noticed how this could potentially impact him. And we completely changed the way his business looks, right? So, that is what we primarily focused on when we were working with him. And this is something which you can do for yourself as well. So today we're going to be stopping the day over here itself. And I hope that the session up until now was valuable to you and you got a lot of insights over here. And I understand it was a little too quick, a little too crammed, but considering the nature of the business and with the time sensitivity which all of us have, we could not want to spend too much time. But I hope this session today was valuable to you. And do go through the step 1 and 2 with and start implementing that within your business from tomorrow itself. So you can start on this journey. Just because you started tomorrow doesn't mean that you get results on the same day. But once you do this consistently over 3 to 6 months, you start seeing results pouring in like crazy. Today's day and age, I get 100 leads a month every month organically from LinkedIn without doing anything. 100 leads every month without doing anything. What would any of you give to get 100 leads every month, right? Imagine getting that. That's what I get on a monthly basis. So if you want to implement that into your business, I suggest you start taking these steps and start implementing this. Only then you'll start seeing results from your business. So hope you had a great session today. Hope you liked the entire session. And looking forward to see you tomorrow. This is going to be a very enlightening session. It's going to be a very heavy paced, intense session because I want to quickly cover all the major topics. But the idea is to ensure that once you start learning through this and start implementing this into your business, you'll see how quickly your business can grow. So hopefully you found the session valuable today, and see you tomorrow. All the best.